Coach Cam made this shit.
I'm Brenden Kron. This is Rex, and welcome to Jammin with Kron Rex,
AKA the Wilt Chamberlain Fan Club podcast.
New Wilt Chamberlain
Yeah,
Fan Club.
yeah. I was like, I've been a fan of Wilt Chamberlain for a little bit. 'Cause I mean, you know, it's hard not to. I mean, the dude, you know, I'm going to take every story I hear about him as absolutely true. So just remember this from here on out.
Yeah.
You know, this is a guy who has banged 20,000 women, who scored 100 points in a game, and so you know, I've been playing 2K more lately, so I've actually been watching more NBA stuff, and Nonstop Sports. Check them out; they're pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of them, and remember we was talking about how. We saw that video and it said he would be the leader in blocks if they had been keeping track of it. They didn't keep track of that or steals.
That's so dumb.
So because of that, he doesn't have this honor, but he unofficially does. He has the only quintuple double.
Wow.
Yeah, not a triple double, not a quadruple double, which since recording of all statistics have been implemented, Hakeem Olajuwon does have a quadruple double, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But Wilt had a quintuple.
So it would have been
double
points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks.
With
Wow.
I can't remember the offensive side of things and rebounding, but he apparently had 24 blocks and 11 steals that game too. But they didn't record that, so it's not really an official thing.
Yeah. That's so crazy. Why don't they go back? Like, they have the documents to go back.
Well, I don't know if every game was recorded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll say they, because not every game was probably broadcasted, just like it is today, so it's probably damn near impossible to.
Okay, that actually does make sense.
Yeah, because they pretty much just have to rely on stat sheets that the people kept, and of course they didn't keep that. So.
Yeah, that does make sense. Because I was going to say, because I've seen the film of them playing. So I was like, why don't they just go back and count all the film? I was like, I know that's a very tedious job, but it's got to be someone's job. But
ESPN keeps stats of crazier things, like how many threes have been made while Jack Nicholson's in attendance. That's a stat that ESPN has. So, if they could, they definitely would.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Wilt to Stilt. Probably honestly, I think at this point the best to ever do it.
Ooh.
Yeah, because, dude, listening. I mean, even not having, I have never watched a single full game that Wilt Chamberlain has ever played, but listen to other people talk about him and the quotes that come from it. Like, the greatest thing to ever happen to the NBA is that Wilt Chamberlain's a nice guy.
Yeah.
That is fucking insane.
He has the best quote I've ever heard to Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Them two were sitting there debating on who's the GOAT, and Wilt said they had to change the game so I couldn't dominate. They changed the game so you could dominate.
And Jordan actually talked about, they asked him who's the GOAT in like the 90s or something. And he was like, he kind of danced around the fact that he was like, it's really hard to say because he was like, it's kind of like a paradox in of itself. Because he was like, me, myself, I've won 6 championships. Bill Russell's won 11. Wilt Chamberlain won 2.
Yeah.
Does that make Bill Russell the greatest? Does that make me the greatest? And he was like, you can't really tell. But he was like, there will never be another Wilt. And Wilt scored, because I actually watched an interview that had Bill and Wilt in it.
Okay.
And because they were like best friends.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of cool listening to them two talk, and they're like one of the first biggest rivalry in basketball. And Wilt, Wilt was way more like focused on like his individual achievements, while Bill was kind of a more like
we'll get the team
the whole team, because he emphasized he was like why I was great, why we won 11 championships is because I wasn't like, Wilt, me and Wilt were kind of opposites.
Yeah.
He's like, that's why Wilt would win every one-on-one game we would play.
Yeah.
But he was like, my team was better, and he's like, that wasn't an accident. Like, I made it that way.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. I have a new found respect for Wilt after watching all that, because like, if he wanted to lead the league in anything, he would.
Yeah.
They was like, you score too much. He was fine. I'll lead the league in assists. Still the only center to lead the league in assist.
Which is crazy. You think like Joker?
Yeah. You would think that'd be up there, but still, no. And I don't know. He's kind of one of the great examples on why I try not to give like the older players as much shit anymore. And, that's coming from me. I don't like old people, but like, because you really do got to think about it at that time. Because like, it's not their fault that the league wasn't what it is now. Yeah. Just like in like 100 years from now, they'll be like, oh, people say Kevin Durant was like the best of that time, but like he was facing, like who? But and it'll just seem like that at that time. He
couldn't even dunk from the 3-point line. Like
it's just going to be crazy shit. But I don't know. Will just seems like not a real human. Yeah, and I don't know. It's cool just seeing all the shit he accomplished.
And even crazier, like to go off of like the thing that I kind of just said, like the dunk from the 3-point line. It seems like there is a level of athleticism that's kind of like almost the peak, like a 40-inch vertical. Is kind of like it has been, and it still is today. And a 40-inch vertical is
apparently
kind of like,
Wilt surpassed it.
Well, yeah, a 40-inch vertical is like, that's phenomenal. If you can go a little above that, like 42, 43, 44 even, like you are jumping through the roof. Like that is like an incredible amount. And apparently he had a 48 or something?
Alleged 48, confirmed 40. At 7'1", confirmed 40, alleged 48.
Yes, in Chuck Taylor's.
So yeah, he may have had a 60.
Yeah, and like stuff like that makes me go like, oh, so he could play today easily. Like, and then like you hear about his strength, his speed,
He benched 550 at his prime, which is wild. Yeah. Which is fucking wild. I mean, they actually asked both of them in that interview. I think this interview took place in late, I want to say mid-90s to early 2000s. Mm-hmm. They asked them both how they think they would fare in today's game. And they both said they think they would do incredible. Bill said he thinks he would still win 11. And Wilt said he thinks he might be averaging 70 a game.
Yeah, Wilt passed away in 99.
Okay, so yeah, it was probably maybe early to mid-90s then.
Yeah.
And because
I didn't know he passed away that early.
Yeah.
63 too. That's so young.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Because he was talking about how he was like, well, rules are more designed for me nowadays. He was like, meanwhile back then it's kind of like the Jordan thing. He's like, meanwhile back in the day they was kind of trying to find a way to make the league more fair because of me. He was like, because I would do these things, and they literally took the width of the paint from 12 to 16 to keep Wilt further away from the rim. Yeah. So he couldn't just stay down there. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, all these rules were implemented against me. And he was like, they just kept throwing stuff at me. But he was like, nowadays, he was like, the rules are kind of made for me. Yeah. He was like, because that was when the odd time that they had, they didn't allow zone.
Yeah.
And they had man, which I didn't know was a thing.
I think we both just discovered that yesterday. Yeah. During that video we watched.
So he was talking about, he was like, I would face the Celtics, and he was like, not only would I have Bill Russell guard me, but I'd have 2 other Celtics players against me. Mm-hmm. So he was like, now in a time where you got to be man to man, he was like, I think I would dominate that.
God.
He's cool, man. Everything I hear about him, I love more.
Yeah, he was someone that I was like, oh, he just played in a time where there really wasn't competition, so of course he dominated. But now, hearing who he was as a person and seeing what he did, like I never knew that he was someone who was just like, oh, he's your scoring leader. Yes. He's like, it's boring, I'll just be the assist leader. And then
they was like, oh, he doesn't shoot enough, or like he passes too much. He's like, fuck you, I'll drop 60, 58, and 40, you know?
And just balled out for 3 games just to be like, no, I can't score. I have chose not to.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. And even more on that assist thing is, we talked about like Bill Russell built his team around a championship winning team. Wilt built his team around helping him. So whenever he just changes to go like, oh, I'll just be an assist, he's playing with people who aren't offensive.
That's exactly what I was going to say, because like you could say like, oh, well, you know, Wilt was great because it was at the time it was, but like he led the league in assist. So that means he had to have something going on around him, because I mean, you know, what's the point of him? I mean, he couldn't get the assist if like nobody else was there.
Yeah.
So he had to have something around him, and I just learned who the 100-point game was against. And you can probably tell by my tone that I'm upset.
It has to be New York if
Why? I feel like the most culturally significant things happen against my favorite basketball team, well, professional basketball team, and my favorite NFL team. Because 100-point game, never been done, probably will never be done again. It's done against the Knicks.
Yes.
The most disrespectful dunk in NBA history, done by Scottie Pippen. It's done on Patrick Ewing.
Yep.
One of the most the most well-known catches in NFL history. It was done by Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
Against the Cowboys.
Yep.
The craziest stat line, one of the craziest stat lines in NFL history, done on Thanksgiving, was done by Randy Moss against the Cowboys.
Yes.
It's always, I don't know if it's just like the atmosphere of the dickish fan base really brings out like the best of people.
Maybe.
And just makes them want to perform more. Yeah. And, you know, they're like, you know,
also
fuck these fans.
It could be the stadium. Because Dallas has like notoriously one of the best stadiums.
Madison Square Garden
is you know, the Garden. Like, it's
because even when the Knicks were like a bottom tier team in the NBA, like fans were literally coming there wearing trash bags over their head. Their organization as a whole was still like top 5 like worth in the NBA.
Yeah,
and it's always like that. New York is just like, it's just an ideal place to play, but apparently no NBA player knows that.
Yeah,
because like, I don't know, it just seems like Dallas and Dallas when it comes to football, and New York when it comes to basketball, if you're good there, you're a god.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be revered. And I mean, I know there's a lot of places like that. Philly is another place that, like, if you do really good there, you're top, you're the man. Like, nobody else is better than you.
Yeah. One other point that I wanted to point out about Wilt Chamberlain that I think is just incredible is in the NBA.
Yeah.
A lot of records get broken all the time.
Yeah.
It seems like the current players hold every record except for the ones that Wilt holds.
Yeah, like...
Other than, like, franchise records where you can say, like, Jordan holds 99.999% of the Bulls records, but whenever you look at the grand scope, you see, like, LeBron's on pace to be the highest scorer ever. You see that...
I don't think he's going to get it.
You don't think so?
Isn't he still, like, 3,000 away from Kareem's?
It might be. But still, yeah.
So, I mean, even if he's thousands, I mean, that means he's going to have to play at least, like, 3 or 4 more seasons.
Yeah, which he's on pace to do.
Which he could, but healthy.
Yeah.
Is he going to actually play them, or is he going to be on the team? You know,
but
because it's a crazy thing that Kareem was able to do, but the way Kareem was able to score, it wasn't as like. Don't get me wrong, it's not like it was easy how he did it.
Oh, yeah.
But like LeBron's is like it's much more. Like he's much more using his body. Like he's having to abuse his body to do it.
Yeah.
Kareem was a big guy. He could stay down low, get the ball to him, finish with a hook that only Wilt was able to block.
Yes.
So, I don't see that really being broken. Has he broken Karl Malone's yet?
No.
Because Karl Malone's second, right?
He's really close.
Okay. So he's on pace to break Karl Malone's. I honestly don't think he's going to get to Kareem's.
Which is fair. That is a fair one. But I'm just saying in general, like you see the all-time 3 points made.
Yes.
You're seeing it get beat by
Steph.
You're just seeing all the records get broken. And in like the NFL, you don't see that. Like you see like they added an extra game this year to the schedules. And now you're seeing like, oh, some of these records could now be broken.
Yeah.
Just because of how phenomenal those seasons were. But in the NBA, you kind of see like, oh, yeah, they're broken all the time because people are just evolving and scoring is more the big deal.
Yep.
But
as time goes, I think Wilt's records are going to be harder to break.
Yeah, and that just stands out even more to
unless
me.
they add like 20 minutes to the game. You know, I mean, I just don't really. John Stockton's steal totals are also one that I don't think is going to be broken. John Stockton's steals are kind of crazy.
Assist.
Yeah,
John Stockton.
John Stockton's really fucking good.
Steals, that's crazy.
Yeah, his steals, I don't know if that's going to be beat. His steals and Kareem's points and Wilt's like individual like 100 points in a game or 50 points in a average in a season, I don't think that stuff's going to be beat.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hard one. Or even Dennis Rodman's rebounds per minute is one of the craziest things.
Yeah. That's kind of as much as I love Dennis Rodman, that does feel like a cheat stat. Just because it's like, oh, well, in these technicalities, he's the best versus...
Well, it's not like, oh, well, he holds this accomplishment. It's just rebounds per minute. And it's just because, they don't play... I mean, you can honestly look at the other way. Like, you could say Wilt's was a cheat because he was 7'1" and played 48 minutes.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman was 6'7" and only played 32 minutes.
Yeah. This is a mind-blowing stat to me. No one on the rebounds all-time list is a current player. It's top 10 rebounds. No one's a current player, including Dwight Howard. He's not on the top 10. Number 10 is at 14,464, okay?
Okay.
On defensive rebounds ever, Dwight Howard's fourth with 10,306. He's gotten 10,306 defensive rebounds, but hasn't been able to pull 400 offensive rebounds.
But you mean, wait,
or
4,000?
4,000,
I was going to say, I was like, no way, right?
No. Yeah.
I was like, I think throughout my high school career, I probably got 400 rebounds on offense.
But 4,000 rebounds, but he pulled 10,000 defense. That's mind-blowing.
Oh, but, something I was going to bring up earlier. Bill Russell, he said he still loses sleep over it sometimes because it's really cool to listen to him talk about it. He was like, because they asked what their accomplishments would have meant if either one of them, if like, what Bill's accomplishments would have meant if Wilt wasn't there, or Wilt's accomplishments would have meant if Bill wasn't there. Mm-hmm. And Bill was like, the 11 championships would still feel great. Mm-hmm. But he was like, success is not a destination, it's a journey.
Yeah.
And he was like, to feel like you truly are the best, you have to beat the best. Mm-hmm. And he was like, those 11 championships wouldn't have felt as good as if it wasn't Wilt on the other side of things. Like, he was like, even though it may have not been me playing Wilt in the finals, like, it was still, we had to beat him to get there.
Yeah.
And Bill was talking about how there was one game where Wilt scored 62 against Bill. And Bill was like the defensive guy there.
Yeah.
Even more so than Wilt was. Mm-hmm. So to put that in terms of today, and it was really cool because Bill would have said, Bill said, that game wouldn't have hurt me if we would have won. Because he was like, if he scored 62 against me and we lost, and we won, then that doesn't matter. Which is really cool because, me, that would affect me. I'd been like, we won, but dude fucked me up. Mm-hmm. But he was like, it's the fact that he scored 62 against me and they won.
Yeah.
And so to put that into perspective, I'll compare, big men. Bill Russell was the defensive guy back then.
Yes.
Rudy Gobert is probably the big guy defensively right now.
Yes.
Could you imagine Joel Embiid dropping 62 with Rudy Gobert guarding him for 48 minutes?
That'd be rough.
It's not happening.
No, it can't. It almost can't.
No, dude, it's fucking wild. Joel Embiid dropping 62 may not even happen.
Yeah.
But for him to drop 62 against the defensive guy, which is Rudy Gobert right now, as far as big men are concerned, no way that's fucking happening.
Yeah.
So, that's just, I don't know, that blows my mind right now to put in perspective, like, today's NBA.
Yeah, just, the comparisons are crazy. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of people that if they look at it and they go, well, like, you had a dumb point, not all the records are being broken by current players.
Yeah.
They kind of are. Because I even looked, because I'm looking at the NBA has all-time stats, and it's just all of them.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to see that like LeBron has the 35,000 points, and Karl Malone has 36,000, almost 37,000.
What does Kareem have?
Kareem has 38,000.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you see that, but then you look at games played, in top 10 games played ever, LeBron's not on that list. Karl Malone's at 1,476. LeBron's only at 1,320.
Yeah. Regular season?
Don't know.
Okay.
It just says games played.
Yeah. Okay.
Overall. So, like, that's crazy to think about, like, also how fast, because I would have thought that those were comparable. Amount of games played at this point, because it feels like LeBron's just been playing forever. Yeah, because
if Kareem had played like 2,000 more games and he scored 2,000 more points, you're like, well, yeah, he probably should have.
Kareem played 1,560 games. LeBron played 1,320 games. So that's crazy to think of those 3,000 extra points. Yeah, it doesn't feel like he played more games than LeBron. Like, that doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
So.
You know what I'd like to see? And do you ever see that meme of, like, it's just this fucking shredded dude, just gigantic, like pretty much what the mountain is on Game of Thrones.
Okay, yeah.
And they're like, what are you doing if this dude walks up and slaps your girl's ass? Mm-hmm. I think that meme needs to be taken as, like, Wilt Chamberlain. Like, benches 550, has a 48-inch vertical, can run a 10.9 at 7'1". What are you doing if he slapped your girl's ass?
Here's the thing. Unless you know that, if you look at Wilt on a picture by himself.
Yeah.
That's the big difference. Is Wilt by himself, he looks like a tall, lanky guy. He really doesn't look big, doesn't look strong. But when he's beside big, strong people, you start to notice, like, oh, he's bigger than them.
Dude,
yeah, it's crazy.
Watch, it's like a 22-minute segment, but Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain's interview, it's incredible.
Yeah, for sure.
Now knowing that he died in the late 90s, he's near the end of his life there, and he is big as shit. And
also, them two are, I feel like, maybe two of, like, 10 people from before the 90s that have any personality. Like, they have so much personality when they do shit, but I feel like...
Magic Johnson.
Well, that's why I said, like, 2 of 10.
Okay.
I feel like there's a handful of people, but I feel like...
You got to talk about Magic... Larry Bird, even though he was, like, a recluse, it was his own personality.
Yeah.
It was Dr. J.
Yeah. But it feels like a lot of the people of, like, the old time, you're either, like, a massive asshole, or you're humble, and that's kind of your whole thing. And, like, they seem like they actually have, like, real personalities. Like, they seem like cool fucking people.
Dude.
Because even Bill Russell's acceptance speech, where he flicks off, like, that's so good. That's, it's just great.
Apparently, they, coincidentally, just being the time of the year, they was talking, because Bob Costas, who was interviewing him, asked him, like, were y'all actually best friends, or, like, at the peak of y'all's rivalry, was there, like, bad blood? Mm-hmm. And he was like, no. He was like, he would literally be in town and drive by my house and stop by for Thanksgiving. He was like, he literally slept in my bed sometimes.
That's so good.
Yeah, he would stay over, and I would just let him sleep in my bed.
Yeah.
So I was like
That's
they
so
were
cool.
actually cool with each other.
Yeah.
Like, but
now it almost seems like a fault. I think that's like, because you think of, like, the 90s and you think of, like, Jordan. Jordan is the 90s basketball.
Yeah, for sure. Dominated. Literally 6 out of the 10 championships won in the 90s was Jordan.
Yeah. So it's very
and
easy.
Pippen.
Well, yeah, but when you don't think of Pippen.
I think of Pippen.
You think of Pippen after. But yeah, you see, like...
Don't make Pippen sound like post-nut clarity.
He is. He's the post-nut clarity of the NBA.
You're like, well, I feel bad now. Pippen was a part of it. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't have just been thinking about Jordan.
Yeah. But you think of, like, how in the 90s, the best players hated each other. Like, even if they were friends, you think of them hating each other. Yeah. Just because of, that's kind of Jordan's thing.
Like Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, like, they still don't talk.
Yeah. Yeah, you think of that. So it's kind of cool to think that, like, it was really friendly, hate, and then now it's back to, like, really friendly, and people are like, it's soft, they shouldn't all be friends.
To me, it doesn't seem like real friendly nowadays. To me, it seems like PR friendly. Like, for NBA's image, they're friendly. Because, like, back then, like, in the 60s, like, there wasn't cameras everywhere all the time and stuff, so they was like, if they were friends, they were really friends. It wasn't for show. Yeah. In the 90s, I feel like, you know, with Jordan and his mindset, like, he actually hated these people. Like, it wasn't like a WWE PR stunt. Yeah. But nowadays, I feel like they act like friends for PR. Like, it's just to keep this NBA cares image. Like, oh, we all get along. Everything's peachy over here.
It does make sense.
I might punch somebody in the fucking eye one game, but peachy, you know? All right, I got one more thing about Wilt before we end this, because I feel like it's, in all fairness, I did open with it. I kind of asked for it. It's been a Wilt dick writing podcast, which I'm not ashamed to. There's at least 20,000 people in the world that will listen to this podcast and be like, I did that. But I even clicked on a video while I was running on the treadmill, because usually I just listen to Linkin Park when I run. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I was like, listening to inspirational stuff might just be for me, so I listen to stuff about Wilt. But Shaq said they had a sit-down interview with Shaq, and they was, you know, just talking about the greats and stuff. And Shaq said one of the most disappointing things about his career was that he never passed Wilt in rebounds or points. So he was like, I can't. He was like, if I would have done that, I would have truly been able to say I was the most dominant player. He was like, not even if I would have been able to pass, like, if I would have been number one. But he's like, if I would have been able to pass Wilt, I could confidently say I was the most dominant. But he's like, I didn't, and I just couldn't. I think he was shy of like 3,000 points from Wilt. And that was, you know, even after Wilt took multiple seasons to not even try to score points. But Shaq even said that, like, he was at a restaurant. And he was like, I was at a restaurant in Los Angeles, and he was like, believe it or not, Wilt happened to be at the same place. And he was, you know, it was just an interview on a couch, so he was like, we're sitting this far away from each other. Yeah. At different tables. He's like, not a word said. He's like, and this is when I was playing for the Lakers. He was like, Wilt didn't say a single word to me. He was like, and I know the pecking order. He's like, I'm not going to come up and say something to him, because he was like, if I'm truly good enough, Wilt will come say something to me. Yeah. And he was like, not a single word was said between us. Wow. Yeah, so he was like, and it was cool the way he took it. He didn't take it as disrespect. He was just like, I have something more to do. He was like, because Wilt's sitting across from me, if he doesn't, because he took it as like I mean, you got to know who Shaq is. Yeah, yeah. Who didn't? I mean, even if you're not a fan of basketball, you see him. Yeah. And you're just like, man, you got to be a basketball player or something, you know? But, like, Wilt didn't say a single word to him, and Shaq was like, oh, well, if a great doesn't know who I am, then I'm not doing something. Like, I got to do something. And so, like, he took that as an inspiration in his career, and I was like, that is fucking wild. It's crazy that Wilt just went to a restaurant and didn't want to talk to somebody, and he was like, God damn, I got to do better. Yeah, I just got to be a better at my craft. Yeah, what if Wilt was just like, hey, man, I'm trying to bag number 19,876, like, you know, I'm not talking business right now. Like, I gotta do this. Yeah. And Shaq was just sitting there like, God damn, I gotta get more rebounds. Yeah. He was like, fuck. That's awesome. That's a really cool story. I didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah, that just makes me like it more. Like, I mean, everything I hear about Wilt, it gets better. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know. I just can't really describe, but, you know, too many people before us has done it, so I'll stop dick riding Wilt for at least the rest of this podcast. But in the spirit of everything, I know you wanted to move on to LeBron thing next because it's more topical. But how was your Thanksgiving, buddy? Oh, I wanted to ask you that first. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Yeah, nothing too crazy, but no weird family members bringing up how big of a hero Kyle Rittenhouse is. No, we do not talk politics or anything newsworthy or anything like that. Yeah, usually. Well, I usually have like at least a multitude of stops to make, so it's something political is going to be brought up, whether you're vaxxed or not. Yeah. And Nothing too big because I just completely avoided it. But somebody brought up Kyle Rittenhouse, and I was like, not doing it. I'm not addressing that hero here. No. It just Like I don't know because we was watching like Thanksgiving games and stuff, and I think the Cowboys played
the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Yeah, we watched that game too. That's honestly the only reason I know that they were playing the Raiders so quick.
How I mean, don't they have like a set team that they usually play?
No.
Like, is it really different? Because I really thought I remember for the most part that you played the Redskins.
They're the Washington football team now. But all right, so the Cowboys, Lions, Washington, for lack of a better name, I guess.
Didn't the Bears play?
Bears usually play, but those are your 4 teams that are pretty much always on Thanksgiving. Bears,
yeah, but Raiders play too.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that they always do.
Yeah,
Versus,
but
like
usually,
you'll see like Green Bay sometimes play on Thanksgiving, but they're not on always Thanksgiving. But like the Lions, I think have played like the past 16 years on Thanksgiving. Cowboys, I think, is like 13 or something crazy. Yeah, but
that's just America's team, bro.
Yeah.
Do you feel that sentiment? I mean, obviously not being alive throughout most of the 90s. Because, like, we were born in the 90s.
Oh, I really, really undershot the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Since the first game.
36 years.
The Cowboys have played on every Thanksgiving except for 1975 and 1977. The only 2 years the Cowboys haven't played on Thanksgiving. I actually thought it was less. I only said 15 or 14 because I just seen the stat on how crazy it is that the Lions have played like 16 years.
Yeah.
So I just assumed that was the most.
Yeah.
No.
That's America's team.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah. I know. I've never been like too. I know if you just meet me and the way I'm introduced to you is like you're just like, hey, what's your favorite sports teams? And I say the Knicks and the Cowboys. You probably think I'm an awful person. It's not going to help 2 minutes down the road when you ask me literally about anything else. But I'm not that much about of a person. But I am better than the stereotypical Cowboys or Knicks fan base.
Yeah, especially the combination of the two.
It just sounds awful. It sounds like you're talking to Stephen A. Smith.
Not great. Oh,
it sounds like you're literally talking because Skip Bayless is Cowboys fan and Stephen A. Smith is the antithesis of that, but he's a Knicks fan.
Yes.
So you're just talking about both of them combined, and it just sounds like the worst person imaginable.
Yeah, that's awful.
I'll say I was raised a Cowboys and Cowboys NFL Louisville Collegiate fan, and I've never really cared about the NFL too much. I mean, don't get me wrong, I watch like major events or I don't hate the NFL. I like it.
Yeah.
But, I have multiple Cowboys apparel, so I'm like, at this point, I think I'd just kind of be wasting money if I went with anybody else. And I was like, fuck it. They're a fun. They're stressful, but they're fun to keep up with.
Yeah.
It's stressful as shit, but it's America's team.
Yeah, I feel like it's boring to root for the best team.
I
like being right in the middle, where it's like we could win the championship, but we could also lose every game. Like, that's the fun.
Well, you're a Chicago fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just picked the entire Illinois area, and it was just like, that's Chicago, anything I'm with.
Yes.
And for whatever reason, I picked the identicals. Because I really think what the Cowboys are to the NFL, the Knicks are to the NBA.
I agree.
I just feel like when the Cowboys are doing good, I feel like the NFL is better. And maybe that's just me. But I feel like when the Knicks are doing better, the NBA is better.
Yeah, I actually agree.
Yeah, because it's just like the presence of their fan bases when they're doing good is just amazing. Like, for better or worse.
Yeah.
Whenever you have people running around in jorts and Romo jerseys, like, even if it's just to make fun of them, like, it just makes things better.
Yeah.
Like, it's just more fun. But they're both equally just stressful to be a part of. And I don't know how many. I mean, because they're pretty much opposites when it comes to like geographical. So I don't know how many people can share the same sentiment as me as being a fan of both of them.
Yeah,
because it's pretty weird.
Yeah,
but
it almost feels like you can't live in either of those areas. And
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, exactly. And we're honestly kind of in the middle between them two. So it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a little more sense.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But that's not why I picked them, because if I went geographical, I would be like, oh, I guess Indiana. I guess I'd go Indiana based, or I'd be
Tennessee.
Yeah, maybe Tennessee.
Yeah. It almost feels like the only two ways that someone picks their team, like 99% of people pick their team off of two ways. One, their family was a fan of this, or they picked it off their favorite colors.
I was definitely a colors person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just playing 2K, growing up, I remember my favorite jerseys was the St. Patrick's ones.
Oh, yeah.
And the St. Patrick's New York jerseys were great. It was like green and orange, and I was like, that is fucking great looking.
They were super cool.
And even the old style ones where it was like checkered on the collar and shit, the blue and orange, and I was like, that is so good.
Yeah.
And then later on in life, that was confirmed by literally my favorite team on paper.
Yes.
It was Tyson Chandler, Amari Stoudemire, Carmelo Anthony, Amon Shumpert, Raymond Felton. Well, I think J.R. Smith started over Amon Shumpert.
Yes.
And Raymond Felton started at the point guard, and then Amon came off the bench.
Yeah, I knew J.R. started.
Yes.
So.
But, dude, my favorite fucking team.
Mine too. That's my favorite NBA team.
Dude.
Like, single year NBA team.
Yeah.
That's my favorite ever.
I mean, because, outside of maybe the point guard, which I didn't hate Raymond Felton at the point guard there.
No, but I really liked Amon Shumpert.
Yes. I would say if, I was playing 2K and I started, a My Franchise thing or whatever, that's kind of a team I would draft in fantasy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just kind of an ideal team. And
it's so crazy that
we had Linsanity.
Yeah.
Linsanity was genuinely one of the funnest parts of not just being a Knicks fan, but being an NBA fan.
Yeah.
Just this Harvard graduate Asian dude, just Yellow Mamba, was probably one of the most offensive names, but it was so good. And honestly, I wish he would have done good his whole career, because I just like Jeremy Lin.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of adds to it the fact that, his legacy is at New York. It stays at New York. Granted, he won a ring in Toronto, which I'm so happy about.
I didn't even realize
he was on that Toronto team with Kawhi.
That's crazy.
I'm so happy that dude has a ring.
I am too. Yeah, I always like Chamberlain.
Oh, yeah, I do too. I like hearing players that do good that have rings to show for it.
It's a really great underdog story.
Yes. Yeah, it really is. I mean, this poor dude that graduated Harvard had nothing going for it. You know, he's probably going to be homeless in the fucking street somewhere. But no, because it really does take away whenever you're just like, man, this dude led in this, and this, and they're like, how many rings did he get? And then they're just like Charles Barkley, you know?
Yeah.
Or like John Stockton, who literally leads in assist and steals, but they're like, well, how much does that matter? Because he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But, unfortunately, he had to go against Jordan for the majority of his career. Just like, well, I don't feel bad, but Karl Malone, I don't care about him.
I'm glad he didn't win anything.
Yeah, I wish he would have won less.
Yes, actually.
I hope LeBron passes him very soon. But
I hope he falls out of the top 10 on every stat he's in.
I don't see it happening, though, dude.
I don't either. Not for a while, at least.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope he falls out of the top 10 on every stat, so then we really don't talk about him ever again.
I would say outside of that, I mean, dude, that dude was good.
He's good at basketball. Terrible person, good at basketball.
Dude, he was an in shape motherfucker too. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, with that dude. Not even if I'm just a 14-year-old girl, but that dude would have scared me being in the presence of him. He's a very intimidating person. I don't know. And like even hearing Bill Russell talk about like Wilt, just saying there will never be anybody as physically intimidating as Wilt is. He's clearly never been a 14-year-old girl, but I'll digress. But yeah, I don't know. Thanksgiving really brought up a lot of those feelings of how, as a Cowboys and New York fan, the fact that I don't have high blood pressure is incredible. Yeah. But I'm also not passionate about that. You know?
Yeah.
Like, if I actually went a step further and was like one of those people that bet, like, I was like, oh, New York's better than everybody and everything, New York just beat Atlanta in Atlanta. Fuck Trae Young. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
99-90, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact score, but yeah.
Fucking love it. I'm just happy to see that. And as much as I don't like Trae Young, shout out to him for creating a rivalry.
Oh, yeah.
Because too many people nowadays don't seem like they have the balls to go somewhere and be disrespectful.
Yeah. Like, what happened with, like, L.A. and Boston? How is that not still a...
Nobody cares anymore. Like,
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I really don't get that.
It's the biggest rivalry in sports history.
Not anymore.
No.
Because now it's probably, like, undeniably Yankees and Red Sox. Which sucks, because it shouldn't be.
Because who fucking care? I don't care.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. I mean, that was one of the great antitheses of all time. I mean, even, like, you know, Wilt's better part of his career, he was spent at the Philadelphia Warriors.
Yuck.
And yeah, pretty gross. But and you know, and they would play against Bills, Boston Celtics. But even Wilt eventually moved to the Lakers, and the Lakers and Celtics would have a battle. In the most famous and probably the best rivalry that's associated with this is. You know, of course, Magic versus Bird, two complete opposite people going against each other, and it's just every year it's these two people. I mean, this was something that was carried on throughout the years. Kobe versus the Big Three. You know, I mean, it's just through the decades, but now it's like
LeBron versus
a team that's probably going to beat them. but I mean,
Tatum,
don't get me wrong, they are on paper two very good teams.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart.
It's also like
Jaylen Brown.
It's also like a really young team versus a really old team.
Yeah, it's a rivalry for like a totally different reason. It's just like, you know.
It's weird.
Yeah, like a retirement home versus like Chuck E. Cheese. But I don't know. It's just rivalries don't really seem that. The closest I think we've been to that in a while is like, you know, outside of the Knicks versus Atlanta, which I never saw happening.
Yeah.
But, you know, like Boston versus LA made so much sense because it was just complete opposites.
Yes.
Like, I mean, conference-wise, geographical. I mean, I know those are kind of the exact same thing that I just said. But, like, Bird versus Magic, it was like the two complete opposite people. Like, an extrovert versus an introvert.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was so exciting, but now it's. The closest I think we've gotten to that is maybe Cleveland versus Warriors.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, which wasn't bad. I mean, you know, because then maybe before that we basically LeBron versus whoever he faced in the finals, because we had like LeBron versus the Spurs, because that has been the antithesis of LeBron throughout a lot of his career.
Yeah, playing 5 good players.
Yeah, facing a team.
Yeah.
Facing a whole team was really LeBron's weakness for a fucking while.
Yeah.
But
you dropped the shit out of your mouth.
I did. It's a heavy motherfucker.
It's shattered.
But yeah, outside of that, Thanksgiving also kind of confirmed that, like, it's not my favorite meal.
Oh, really?
It's definitely not.
It's
like,
so good.
It's good, but, like, making multiple stops, like the last stop I made, which I only had 2 stops this year for Thanksgiving, I was like, I don't want to eat this again. Like, I literally just had all this shit there, and I was like, I don't want to do it again. So, you know, we didn't know this at the time, but me and my girlfriend both didn't eat at the last place we had, and we was both really hungry. So we ended up stopping by Waffle House on our way home.
Wow.
Dude, it was so good.
Yeah.
Well, because every other place is closed.
Yeah. As a personally, I'll pick a Thanksgiving meal over Waffle House any fucking chance I get.
It was so good. Like, don't get me wrong, Thanksgiving meal is good. If it wasn't for that, Thanksgiving would be a bombshell.
I mean, really, there wouldn't be anything you do.
Yeah.
Take away giving presents for Christmas, and you're like,
well, I mean, for Christmas,
you lose a lot.
You do have a Christmas meal. We don't do it. Actually, a decent amount of places don't do it, but there is a Christmas like themed meal.
Yeah, kind of.
But
it's not really the thing.
Yeah,
you're taking away the biggest part, though. So it like I said,
so that would be what presents are to Christmas, or what trick or treat is to Halloween.
Yeah, or dressing up even.
Yeah,
It's like that's kind of the bigger part now.
Yeah,
now that I'm an adult.
Yeah, but like I don't know. We had Thanksgiving meal, and I just really didn't want to go back for seconds, so we went by Waffle House. And dude, it was so good.
Yeah, Waffle House is good.
I really thought Waffle House was going to be packed. Because it's the only place that, like, even if a zombie apocalypse is going on, Waffle House is open.
Oh, yeah.
Like, McDonald's was closed. Mm-hmm. White Castle, I think White Castle was actually open for some odd reason. Mm-hmm. Wendy's, Taco Bell was closed. Like, every other place was closed. But Waffle House was open. I was like, dude, they're going to be fucking packed. Dude, it was so fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
If you go there and you don't get hash browns, one, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
And two, you can add anything you want, but if you don't get them smothered and covered, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, I honestly don't think I've ever had Waffle House sober or not hungover.
Really?
I've never been there just like, oh, I'm feeling great today. Let me go to Waffle House.
I've never had them hungover or like
really.
Sober. Yeah,
really?
Every time I've went there, I'm stone cold sober.
Oh, I don't want it if I'm stone cold sober.
Dude, it's so good. They're hash browns.
Yeah.
When you get smothered and covered is just cheese and onions on it. Dude, their hash browns are so fucking good.
Yes.
And oh my god, it's so goddamn good. So since we cleared the air, you're doing okay. I'm doing okay. One, I actually really like your bracelet.
Yeah.
When was that added to the
Thanksgiving?
The attire? No shit.
Yeah.
I actually really like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just a couple pearls.
That's a couple.
Yeah, a little bit of pearls. It was pretty cool. I like
it. What's your song of the week, though?
Song of the week is a song on James Blake's new album.
No shit.
Called Coming Back, featuring SZA.
Nice.
He always has 34 songs that I just love. They're some of my favorite songs of the year. Every time he drops an album, he has a couple songs that are my favorite. I really liked his past two albums.
Yeah.
And no exception here. It's not going to be on my top 5 albums of the year, but it has some songs I really like, and this is one of them.
Odd. Because mine is by Juice WRLD.
Really?
Yeah. Juice WRLD and Young Thug, Bad Boy.
Oh, yeah, that sounds fucking good.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
Especially, again, playing 2K. I've been hearing it, and goddamn, do I like that song. I remember you actually said something like, if we was a podcast that had one thing, what would we be? Like, if we was like a one-trick pony?
Oh, yeah, off air.
Yes. And I was thinking about that, and I honestly would think, for me personally, it would either have to be basketball.
Yes.
Or history.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to contribute to history.
I'll say I love history to the point where I honestly think one of the best compliments the best compliment I've ever received in my life is history based. Because we was in college, we was writing a paper, and I wrote mine over the North Atlantic slave trade, and on the paper, like after I turned in the paper, the professor wrote back and she said, like, good job, and she said, like, future history major with the question mark.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And I wasn't going there for history, but I was like,
that's awesome.
I was like, that's really cool, because, like, I don't know, that'd be like if somebody told you to write a paper over like something you're really interested in, like gaming or something games. Like, you really like games and just all that.
Yeah.
All that shit. So to like be really interested in that, and someone who's majors in that to be like, oh, you seem like you'll be a future major in this. And I was like, that to this day has probably been the most important compliment I've ever gotten.
Awesome. That's really awesome.
I really love that. And because, like, I don't know. I really like history, but I didn't think I really knew, like, a lot of in-depth knowledge. Like, I watch, like, YouTube videos and shit about history. Like, I have surface-level knowledge.
Yeah.
But, So, yeah, it would either have to be basketball or history, basketball history. history basketball.
Which we've kind of covered today as basketball history. I think you're pitching
Nothing's
something.
coincidence.
I think you're trying to
Yeah.
switch this up. It's no longer a music podcast. It's Jammin.
We did kind of seem like either a music or an MMA podcast for a while.
Yeah, we're transitioning to an NBA podcast.
Probably the worst MMA podcast, I can't lie. Because I don't think for a podcast that's about MMA, I don't think we had a lot of popular MMA takes.
Which is good.
Which,
That's
that's what
yeah.
you like. You like people to mix it up.
Yeah.
But I don't think our fan base, I don't think we would have that great of a fan base.
Yeah.
We probably would have just drawn in the Conor McGregor fans, and then on the opposing side, we would have just alienated every person that enjoys Khabib.
Yeah, which is fine with me.
Which is fine with me, but it's not a large fan base that we're gathering in.
Yeah.
It's not bad of a fan base that we're gathering in.
Yeah. So the Grammys did their nominations. I think that what we could do is we could go through the more popular ones. Obviously, like the
You haven't pulled up?
no, you want to do that? You knew we were talking about this.
Oh, I actually do have a little footnote. Because I didn't know this, but this is music based.
Okay, go for it.
Just very short.
Okay.
That I want to see if you knew.
Oh God, I'm
Do you know a show that Dominique Fike is on?
a show that Dominique Fike's on?
Yes, big show.
No. It's a big show.
Yes, not Game of Thrones big.
The show with Zendaya.
Euphoria.
Yeah.
Yes,
Is it?
He's
That's
on-
the only one that
yes.
made sense. It was the only one that made sense
yes,
to me.
he's on. Yes,
I haven't seen a single episode.
I've watched a decent amount
Yeah.
of the first season. But I just saw
That's
a
fucking
trailer
awesome.
for season 3, I think, and
Yeah.
Dominic Fike was casually on it, and
That's
I was
fucking
like,
awesome.
"Holy shit!"
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I was super excited about that. I was like, God damn it, now I gotta get back and watching Euphoria because, I was like, I'm not a coked out teenager, so I don't know what I'd really
Yeah.
gain from watching Euphoria. Because it's so melodramatic.
Oh, okay.
Like, even Zendaya's character, Rue, like, it just opens up with her, like, I was born 2 days before 9/11. And you're, like, literally, I swear to God.
Yeah.
And you're just like, are you fucking kidding me? You're like, shut up. Like, you literally took the events of 9/11, and he's like, nobody cared because my birthday was 2 days before. Like, shut the fuck up. Everything about that is like that. You see the high school party. They're like 16, 17 years old, and they show their high school parties. People are like doing coke, fucking in the pool, and I'm like, you're 16 years old.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I just wasn't that cool. The no party I ever went to or saw on Snapchat stories
yeah.
ever had that. I was like, they never fucking had that. So I was like, I'm just clearly not the demographic for this,
Yeah.
but
It is awesome that Dominic Fike's on there.
super excited about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
All right, so I just pulled it up. We should pick who we want to win.
Yep, I had caps on.
All right, so we should pick who we want to win.
I'm assuming 2021.
2022. Yes. So no.
Glad I didn't.
So, all right, we're gonna pick who we want, or we're gonna say who we want to win, but then we're gonna
want
pick.
to win, or we think. Okay. I'll let you talk.
Then we're gonna pick who
we think.
who we think is going to win.
Yeah.
All right. Whoever gets the most picks on who they think.
Is this the?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, it's literally Grammy.com.
Yeah. You have to scroll up and then hit view more.
Oh no, I should probably
Yeah.
connect first.
So
Yeah, keep talking. I need to stop talking.
I agree. If it makes you feel any better. But yes,
They changed some shit. I don't know. Where do
we will take our picks on who we think will win. Whoever gets the most right, we should bet
gets a lap dance from the other person?
an album
No.
to listen to.
I want a lap dance, Brendan.
No, I think it'd be cool to recommend the other one an album, and this way you kind of have to listen to it on a bet rather than just be like, "Hey, I recommend you this album," and then one of us never listen
here's
to it.
400 more albums I recommend you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll.
Does that sound good though?
Yeah, I can live with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, General Field. Record of the year awarded to the award to the artist and to the producer, recording engineers, and/or mixers and mastering engineers. One, I Still Have Faith in You by ABBA. Number 2, Freedom.
I didn't know ABBA dropped something this year.
Yeah. 2,
I don't think that's how you say that.
Freedom by John Batista. 3, I Get a Kick Out of You by Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga. Haven't listened to a single fucking thing from that album.
I haven't listened to anything so far.
Peaches by Justin Bieber featuring Daniel Caesar and Giveon. Would be cool to see 2 out of those 3 people get a Grammy. Don't really care if Bieber gets one.
I don't hate Bieber, so cool.
I don't like them. Right on Time by Brandy Carlisle. Don't know that. Kiss Me More by Doja Cat featuring SZA.
Awesome.
Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. Call Me by Your Monterio, Call Me by Your Name by Lil Nas X. Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. And Leave the Door Open by Silk Sonic. So start this off by saying who you want to win and who you think will win.
Okay, so
and then I'll say mine.
My favorite here, and actually who I want to win, is Leave the Door Open.
But who you think will win?
Yeah, but
yes,
I wanted to start with that.
Okay.
It's really close.
Because it's the same for me so far.
Yeah, Kiss Me More is a close second on favorite song.
Yes.
On this list. But
it would be cool to see Lil Nas X get it.
I was about to say that too. Lil Nas X, seeing him win it would be cool. Seeing SZA win it would be cool. But seeing Bruno Mars, I feel like I don't know that he has Grammy wins. He has to.
He has Grammys.
Yeah, as he has to. But Anderson .Paak, I don't know how many. I think that'd be awesome. This one's actually a little tough.
Yeah.
Because
I think it's between 3 people.
I think it's either Billy, because Billy just wins awards.
Billy's a beast.
Billy is just a Grammy win.
Yeah.
Lil Nas X, because it's so controversy, it'll feel like the Grammys are doing something edgy, and the Grammys kind of like to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think Olivia Rodrigo is a white woman, so the Grammys love her.
No, she's not.
Olivia Rodrigo?
Olivia Rodrigo.
I mean...
No, she's not. She's a Latino woman.
Is she?
She is a Latino woman.
I didn't know that.
You dick.
Oh, hey.
So, I'm thinking it's going to be Olivia Rodrigo.
I think it'll go to Billy.
Billie Eilish. Or...
Peaches? Oh.
No. Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga. I think one of those 3 are definitely going to get it, but if I have to lock in my
who's your pick?
If I have to lock in my pick for one, it's going to be the young up-and-comer Olivia Rodrigo.
That's a good pick.
Driver's License? Yeah, I think that song is probably a Grammy favorite, but my favorite and what I would like to see win the most is Leave the Door Open.
Yeah. I think Billy is going to win this.
Yeah, so Billy's a beast on the awards, dude.
They just love her.
Yeah.
They love her.
Next, we move to Album of the Year. So we have We Are by John Batista. I'm just going to keep saying it like that until somebody corrects me.
Mm-hmm.
Love for Sale by Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga. Justice by Justin Bieber. Planet Her by these seem like the exact same things I just read.
They're going to be close.
Planet Her by Doja Cat. Oh my God, look at all this shit involved. Yeah. All these people are winning a Grammy if Doja Cat wins right here.
Yeah.
Happier Than Ever by Billy. Back of My Mind by H.E.R. Would love that. Oh my God, how many people get a Grammy out of that?
Yeah.
I honestly, if I was the Grammy people in charge of that, I wouldn't pick them because I'm not sending all of them a Grammy. Mm-hmm. Montero by Lil Nas X. Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. Taylor Swift with Evermore. Kanye West with Donda. Oh my God.
That's what I was about to say. You want to talk about a lot of people getting a Grammy.
God damn.
For no other reason than a lot of those people I want to see win a Grammy.
Oh my God. Playboy Cardi would get a fuck.
Yeah.
No.
I would love to see Jay Electronica. I'd love to see West Side Gun. I'd love to see Conway and the Machine win a Grammy here. So I really, really want it to be Donda.
Honestly,
no fucking way.
Honestly, both of these categories for me will be filled by both of my Grammy holes will be filled by Taylor Swift with this one. I want Evermore to get it because I think Evermore is the best album out of these, and I think Taylor Swift is a Grammy favorite for this.
Yeah, I think Evermore is going to win this.
Yeah, but you don't agree with the what you want to win more.
No, I definitely like Donda a lot more than Evermore.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I've never told a lie. R.I.P. George Washington. I don't think there's a single song on Donda that is better than Exile.
Really?
Yeah.
I can name 2.
Well, that you think.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Well, yeah.
And you're stupid.
Well, you're
But keep
wrong.
that in mind.
You're wrong.
I might be stupid, but you're wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what is the 2? I was like, I'm not going to say you're wrong on that. But
Moon
what is it?
and Call Me to Life.
I actually respect that.
Yeah.
Because I really do like Off the Grid and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I
that's-
like those songs. I like Off the Grid. I like Jail. I love a lot of those songs, but
Yeah,
I think...
but my favorite song from Donda is Jail.
Yeah. Come to Life and Moon, I think, are 2 of Kanye's best songs ever.
Oh, yeah, I remember that tweet.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think anybody in that entire album does better than Jay-Z on Jail.
I think Kanye does on those 2 songs I named, but... It's fair. It's fair.
In your opinion, you're wrong.
We can disagree. It's fine.
That was
love
actually
to
the
see-
kind of the idea of this.
Yeah, I'd love to see Kid Cudi win a Grammy.
Yeah.
Pop Smoke, Roddy
No,
Ricch.
don't get me wrong. I'd love to see most of that. But
Yeah, I think Evermore's one of those.
I like Evermore.
Maybe Sour could win.
Evermore?
Sour could win.
Yeah, that is a close...
Montero could win.
That is close for me. That dude's name is Daniel Negro.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah. He's on there twice.
Yeah, I
so
don't-
he
I
might
don't-
get 2 Grammys. 3 times!
Yeah. Did you notice that it just says mastering engineers? So there's
Oh, shit.
more artists than what are
Yeah.
even listed.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, I think also Her is a Grammy winner too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it has to go to Taylor Swift. She is a Grammy favorite.
She's a Grammy whore. Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish are Grammy whores, dude. They fucking reel it in.
Yeah, Grammys love white women.
The one thing me and the Grammys have in common. Boy, do I love me some pink toes.
Some snow bunnies.
That's a reference in a reference.
Yeah.
But, okay, so third category. Song of the Year. SOTY. Bad Habits by Fred Gibson. I really thought that was going to be Freddie Gibbs. That
I
just
did too
seems
for a
like,
second.
that seems like the shortened version of Freddie Gibbs. It's Fred
really-
Fred Gibson.
Yeah, as soon as you said Fred, I was like,
Fred Gibson? That really does just Gibson, Gibby, Fred,
Yeah.
Freddie. But,
yeah, shout out Freddie Gibbs.
and Fred Gibson, apparently. A Beautiful Noise by Ruby on Manfu. And Brandy Clark.
I have
Alicia Keys.
Oh, cool.
Hillary Lindsay. Lori McKenna. God damn. I don't know why I'm naming all these people. Driver's License by... See, and that's why. Because Olivia Rodrigo's not even the first person written. But it's a...
Songwriters is her.
Daniel Negro and Olivia Rodrigo. Songwriters Olivia Rodrigo. What is he doing? Why do I keep seeing Negro everywhere?
He might be, that sounded bad. I was trying to brush over that. But
I was hoping you wouldn't.
I think that might be the producer.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that makes sense
Yeah.
in this sense.
Fight for You by HER with Dernst, Emil, and Tierra Thomas with songwriter being HER. Happier Than Ever by Billy. Kiss Me More by Roger. Chayade.
Look, you can just say
Doja Cat featuring SZA.
Yeah.
Leave the Door Open by
Silk Sonic.
Silk Sonic.
Sonic
Silk Sock. Montero by Lil Nas X. Peaches by they're really seeming like the same thing.
A lot of the same shit's gonna win.
Right on Time by Brandy Carlisle.
So this
That's it?
is something that makes me go, maybe
Man. I don't know. You started it off with that, and I was like...
Taylor Swift might not win.
Man.
Is that she's really not nominated for any of these other awards, but I still think she'll win.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why she might win that one.
Well,
Because
usually
she just nominated.
Usually people run the awards, and like this is another case for like why Billy is gonna just run these awards again. My favorite, Leave the Door Open. and I think Billy will win. So,
A reoccurring theme you have going there.
yeah.
Song of the year.
As a happier than ever is definitely not my song of the year.
Fuck no.
But
It's not even my Billy song of the year.
no.
So, I want Leave the Door Open to win.
Yeah.
But I think
Driver's license.
Driver's License is going to get it.
It's a good pick. So really, this is a battle of if Olivia Rodrigo wins the Grammys, you
Versus
win.
yeah.
And if Billy wins, I win.
Yeah. The classic battle of Latinos versus white women.
And the Grammys, that has got to be one of the hardest decisions of the Grammys.
Best New Artist. Ooh. Oh, God.
Someone got snubbed.
So race. Can you say the first name?
Not
damn it.
Someone got snubbed so bad, and it makes me mad. And I don't even really like their music.
Okay.
But
I'll ask you immediately after we get on with this, because I am actually kind of curious.
Okay.
Best New Artist. Fuck. Aruj Aftab.
We're so sorry.
R.I.P.
We're
sorry,
so sorry.
The podcast is already
R.I.P.
done. The podcast is already done. Jimmy Fallon.
Oh my god!
Right?
I spit out my fucking. No, it's
Okay,
Jimmy Allen.
All right, Jimmy Fallon, Baby Keem.
Awesome.
It's crazy because Phineas has won 8 Grammys, but Phineas is in Best New Artist.
Oh, is that the same Phineas?
Yes, that is that Phineas.
That's crazy.
Because somebody even posted, they was like, "How has Phineas won 8 Grammys, but he's nominated as Best New Artist?" And they was like, "Grammys will Grammy, bro."
Yeah.
Glass Animals,
Awesome.
Japanese Breakfast. That sounds so good.
Just in
Have you
general.
listened to him?
Oh no.
Yeah, I haven't either, but
Okay, okay.
goddamn, I'm going to
Yeah.
now because that's a great band name. Assuming band. The Kid Leroy. I didn't know that was her entire artist name.
His?
What?
Kid Leroy's a guy.
No. Who am I thinking of?
Kid Leroy is like Stay. He's like a lot of people say he's like Juice WRLD's successor. He's
I really thought that was a girl.
no, Kid Leroy is very much a man.
Lincoln Arlo Parks.
Oh, I love Arlo Parks.
Never listened to him.
Yes, you have. Black Dog. The song Black Dog? That's them.
Are you thinking of Black Betty?
No.
Bam Blam.
You just wanted that.
I don't know what Black Dog is.
Okay.
Olivia Rodrigo or Saweetie.
Olivia is going to win this.
Yeah. Who do you want to win?
Who do I want to? I really, really like Glass Animals.
I want Japanese Breakfast to win.
I wanted Baby Keem.
I figured that's who you was going to pick.
Yeah, I would love to see Baby Keem win this.
Yeah.
No fucking way, right?
No, I don't
Yeah.
see it. Cool mention, though.
Yeah, the artist that I think got snubbed out of this is Moneybagg Yo. One of the highest selling albums of the year. I don't listen to their music, but like, come on,
Yeah.
like,
I'm kind of glad they're not in it. New? Are they new? Is Moneybagg Yo new? Was it
new in the same relative as like a lot of these artists.
Oh, okay.
So I think they got snubbed. They should have made this.
Yeah. I want Japanese Breakfast to win. Actually, I do want Olivia. All right. Next category, we have Best Pop Solo Performance. I'm sorry. I'm a pervert, so I'm immediately thinking of like solo performances like on Pornhub. Is that what you're thinking of?
Sure.
Just any one of these I would be happy to see. But
All right, name them all.
all right. First, we have Johnny. No, I'm just kidding. First, we have Anyone by Justin Bieber.
Yes.
Right on Time by Brandi Carlile. Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. Positions by Ariana Grande.
Mm-hmm.
And Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo.
My favorite song here is Driver's License.
Performance. Wait, really?
Positions? Is that what you're going to say?
Oh, I thought you said Driver's License. Wait, what?
You said
What's your favorite song?
Driver's License.
Yeah.
You said performance.
Yes.
Did you mean positions?
The performance. Are we talking music video? Because
No.
if we are, then the performance of the positions. Wait, no, I'm thinking of 34 plus 35 remix. with Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion. That was performed pretty well. But
yeah, my favorite song
yeah, so
here
it's out
is
there.
Driver's License, and I think Happier Than Ever will win it again. Same? Or you're going to go with Happier Than Ever over Driver's License winning this?
Same as you. I like Driver's License, but I think Happier Than Ever is going to win it.
Wow.
In all fairness, Happier Than Ever and Driver's License performances are neck and neck. Olivia Rodrigo's performance of Driver's License was amazing. But Happier Than Ever was performed on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
And that was so good. I haven't watched the entire thing, but I have seen that.
Yeah.
My God.
I didn't really like that album, so I didn't listen to it at all.
That album's pretty good, man.
I thought it was okay at best.
It's not better than When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? But it is, dude, it's pretty fucking good.
I don't know. It just...
It's one of those
not
albums
for
that, like, whenever, like, I don't know how it is on Spotify, but I know on Apple, like, you can pull up the lyrics as you're, like, it's like karaoke kind of thing.
Yeah. That's a new feature, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and Apple's got that too, and I fucking love that. Yeah. It makes me feel more involved and like the song more.
Yeah.
But it's definitely one of those albums where you need to pull that up. Like where you need to pull up the lyrics, because like a lot of Billy's lyrics will get lost in like kind of like a whispery, like just, you just kind of get carried away by her voice, so you don't pay attention to the lyrics as much. But if you pull up the lyrics, dude, it's kind of like, it's sad to listen to, and it's really good. Like,
see, it just came out close enough to Evermore that I was like, I'll kind of always pick Evermore, and then it kind of like by the time Evermore was kind of getting like, oh, this is the tail end of like this album, like it's starting to become like an older album. Adele just dropped her album, and I'd rather listen to it now than
don't get me started
Billy
on that.
So it just feels like Billy was kind of in the middle section of two albums I liked a lot more in the same genre and the same feelings as it as well.
Don't get me started on that.
That's why I kind of feel like it just fell off for me.
Yeah. Because every single category that we have named, if you mention anything from Adele's new album, I'm picking that.
Yeah. Which Adele can be nominated next year, which is sad to think that she probably should have been nominated this year.
Yeah. I don't get that. That's a weird cutoff.
Well, I mean, it's because
Yeah,
they had to already have these.
Yeah, but that's odd that they already did that. But because I mean, dude, Adele's album, Silk Sonic. What's Silk Sonic's album called? An Evening with Silk Sonic. Evermore. Those are probably my 3 favorite albums this year.
Evermore technically. Did Evermore come out last year? I think Evermore technically came out last year.
It came out. Did it come out this year?
No, I don't believe so. It might have came out very, very early.
I really need... dude, I didn't even hear about Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga's album coming out. I really didn't. I feel so bad.
December 11th, 2020. I knew it came out very late last year. So it just didn't... It's the same as Adele, where it'll miss the deadline. Came out. So...
They should do it calendar year.
I don't get it either.
I hate that. They should really do it calendar.
Yeah, imagine if the Grammys were in January and then it was all of last year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get that. They should really do it calendar because I mean, dude,
stupid.
Yeah, because that really. Because I honestly think Adele is honestly clean sweeping most of this shit.
Really,
she came
for the
through
Grammys or for you, or both.
Honestly, for both. Because I mean, Adele's a powerhouse.
Yes.
When it comes to Grammy, this is easily my favorite album from Adele, so I'm not like a hardcore stan. Yeah. This is my favorite album by her by far.
Yeah.
So I'm not, I'm not like, oh, anything Adele does is just poetic justice. Like, but
I don't need to go too far into this because we're obviously going to do our favorite albums of the year.
Yes.
We can really get into these.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. I'll save that later. Okay. But Adele's a goat.
Yeah, because I think we should probably try to get through this quick, so then we can talk about the albums that we're going to recommend to each other and which one, why we came to that conclusion, and everything. So.
6th category, I get a kick. Best pop duo group performance, led off by "I Get a Kick Out of You" by Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, "Lonely" Justin Bieber and Benny Blanco.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Butter by BTS. Higher Power by Coldplay. Kiss Me More by Doja and SZA.
So, didn't know Coldplay dropped anything this year. Neat. Kiss Me More is obviously my favorite out of this, but I think Butter will win this.
So, mine's the same, but it's either Butter or Lady Gaga. Because I think her inclusion of Tony Bennett is kind of an appeal to a lot of people. And again, I haven't listened to it. I'm so upset that Lady Gaga dropped an album and I didn't fucking know about it. But I really do like Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
So I will, honestly, after this podcast, I'm going to start listening to it. So I have a better opinion on that. But outside of that, just name alone, I like Kiss Me More by far the most. But I think it's either going to go to BTS or Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga.
What's your actual prediction for the bet?
Okay, set in stone, I'll go BTS.
Okay, so we agree on this one.
Number 7, Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album. Love for Sale by Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga. Till We Meet Again by Norah Jones. Tori Kelly Christmas by Tori Kelly.
Fair.
Very conceited.
Oh, okay, here's another.
Ledzy Sings Nina by Ledzy.
Yep.
That's Life by Willie Nelson.
Wow.
Holy fuck, I didn't know Willie Nelson just dropped something. I need to listen to that.
Wait till the next one.
A Holly Dolly Christmas by Dolly Parton.
What? This one's crazy.
For albums containing at least 51% playing time of new traditional pop recordings.
I don't even know really what that means, but
I was hoping you did.
So
holy shit!
This one's hard because I haven't listened to a single one. I think Lady Gaga will win.
Oh my god, I would love to see Dolly Parton get another Grammy though.
I would too.
Oh yeah, I haven't even listened to literally any of these.
Yeah, so this is a hard pick.
But I think it'll go to Lady Gaga.
Yeah, it kind of has to.
I want Dolly Parton to win.
Same. I feel 100% the same.
Oh my god, I don't know who Tori Kelly or Norah Jones. I know who Norah Jones is. I take that back. I've heard that. Well, I haven't heard this album, but I know Norah Jones. So I don't know who Ledzy is. But I love 3 of these artists so much. I haven't listened to any of them, so I really got to listen to them. So is that you're locked?
Yes. Yeah, we agree completely on this one.
Best pop vocal album. Justice by Justin Bieber, Planet Her by Doja, Happier Than Ever, Billy, Positions, Ariana Grande, and you can probably guess the last, it's Sour by Olivia Rodrigo.
Favorite overall full album?
Yeah, best
Sour.
pop vocal album for albums containing at least 51% playing time of new pop vocal recordings.
Favorite album is Sour, but again, I go Happier Than Ever to win it.
Yeah.
You agree?
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I love Sour.
Yeah.
But honestly, I honestly could see them going either way with that. Sour's my favorite, and I could see them going the Grammy that way, but I could honestly see
that was kind of your thing.
Yeah.
Your picks until
I go recently. Latino, bro.
Fair.
And goddamn, I just really think Justin Bieber doesn't deserve a Grammy for this album.
It's got a couple good songs, but
if
just not enough.
anything gets an album from Justin Bieber, it has to be Peaches.
Yeah. Peaches
outside of that, Justin Bieber does not deserve a Grammy for this album.
No.
He really doesn't. No, I mean, I would just, next category, Best Dance Electronic Recording, Hero by Afrojack and David Guetta. Afrojack?
I was going to say, do you want to skip this? Because I know we've probably not listened to any of these. I was about to say James Blake is on this.
Yeah, I want James Blake to win.
I love James Blake.
And I hope he wins.
Yeah, that'll be my pick as well.
Okay, yeah, let's fuck.
Sure.
Let's fuck.
You want to skip this too?
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, so go to the next one that we know.
What the fuck?
Rock? AC/DC dropped something new. What?
Foo Fighters! I'm rooting for Black Pumas,
Same.
and I think they'll win, honestly.
Same.
Best Metal Performance?
Oh, Rob Zombie! Let's go. Rob Zombie
I don't know.
For the win
I would really like to see Gojira would actually be really incredible, and Mastodon.
Wow. Yeah, I'd say you definitely listen to more metal than me. I don't. That's like the genre I really don't get into. But
I can't say I've listened to too much of Deftones.
Yeah.
A little bit. Dream Theater, not a single song, but Gojira and Mastodon, I actually do really like them. So, I mean, I would like to see any of those last three win, but I'm obviously rooting for Rob Zombie. He has my favorite rock album of all time.
Yeah, I also vote for Rob Zombie.
Yeah, but if Gojira or Mastodon win, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah. Okay.
Best rock song.
I don't know any of these. If you want, I'll still put the bet on.
Wolfgang Van Halen? What a fucking name!
Whenever you get the best rock album,
Yeah.
one person stands out so much.
Okay, we'll just go with that then.
All right, here you go.
Best rock album: Power Up, AC/DC, Capital Cuts from Black Pumas, No One Sings Like You Anymore, Chris Cornell, Medicine at Midnight, Foo Fighters, and McCartney 3 by Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
It feels like such an odd one out on this rock album.
Yeah. But you know what's from it, right?
What?
I mean, Paul McCartney did release an album. It's not
Yeah,
mostly
yeah.
him, but yeah, like...
Yeah, no, I know, but... Rock?
Me.
Rock album?
Yeah, Beatles are rock.
Barely.
Dude, they're
Like,
rock.
I know,
They're
but-
rock, though.
Yeah, but...
Just like Elvis is rock. Like,
Yeah.
it might not seem like it, but
Yeah.
they're rock.
Yeah, it just feels like the oddball out on this.
So,
And to be fair, I hope Black Pumas or Paul McCartney wins.
I really
Black
hope
Pumas
it's Black
more?
Pumas. Yeah, I hope it's Black Pumas, and I think they should win it. Yeah, that album
I think
is great.
I think Paul McCartney might win. I'll take Paul McCartney on this on my vote.
I'm thinking Pumas.
Yeah, I hope Black Pumas win. Just they're better.
Best alternative album, Shore by Fleet Foxes, good. If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power by Halsey. It's okay. It's not her best album. It's, definitely not compared to Manic. Jubilee by Japanese Breakfast. I'm going to listen to it after this. Collapsed in Sunbeams by Arlo Parks.
Love it.
All right, I guess I'll listen to it. And Daddy's Home by St. Vincent. I like it.
I said love it. Like I've listened to that album. I haven't listened to that
Are you
album.
serious?
I listened to the older one.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
so I don't actually know, but hey, I really like them.
So just from this list alone, from what I have listened to, I'm going by Shore by Fleet Foxes. But I do really need to listen to Japanese Breakfast and Arlo Parks, and specifically these two albums.
Okay, I've only listened to one, and that's Daddy's Home by St. Vincent. I love St. Vincent, and that'll be my...
Ooh, listen
be
to
my-
Fleet Foxes.
I listened to a little bit of Halsey's.
Yeah.
I didn't love her last album, and this one isn't nearly as
album
good.
cover got me, though.
Yeah. That's it. This album isn't nearly as good as the last one, so it really didn't grab me.
Yeah.
So, St. Vincent is my pick.
Yeah, I'll go Fleet Foxes.
Yeah, okay.
But, I just downloaded 2 of those.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to listen to more of this. Oh, let's go.
Best R&B performance, we have Lost You by Snow Allegria.
I don't know.
Peaches by Justin Bieber. Damage by H.E.R. Leave the Door Open by Silk Sonic. Pick Up Your Feelings by Jasmine Sullivan.
Leave the Door Open is my favorite, and I'm actually going to take it to win.
I do too.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Peaches could very much win this, though.
It could. Yeah, it very much could, but I'm going
Yeah, leave
Silk
the door open.
Sonic.
Same. We're agreeing here at the end.
Best traditional R&B performance, I Need You by John Batista. Bring It On Home to Me by BJ the Chicago Kid.
I haven't heard anything from him lately. Fuck
Ever.
yeah. Oh, I really like BJ the Chicago Kid.
From Studio?
Huh?
Isn't he in Studio? By Schoolboy?
He might be.
In
He
the
was
studio?
also in my Song of the Week, Shame,
Oh,
by
yeah.
Freddie Gibbs. He was in that, too.
Born Again by Leon Bridges. Fight for You by H.E.R. How Much Can a Heart Take? Love that song.
I haven't heard any of them. I hope BJ the Chicago Kid wins because...
I'm thinking H.E.R. is going to win it.
That's exactly what I was going to say. HER's winning this.
I'm hoping and thinking H.E.R.'s Fight for You is going to win it.
Cool.
Best R&B song, Damage by Anthony Clemens Jr. Good Days by Jacob Collier. Heartbreak
shit.
Anniversary by Giveon Evans. Leave the Door Open.
Good Days is SZA.
What?
Good Days is SZA. Yeah, that's why I was like...
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
Fuck.
That makes this a lot harder.
Yeah. Heartbreak Anniversary by Giveon Evans. Leave the Door Open by Silk Sonic. Pick Up Your Feelings by Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh, shit.
Fuck. So Damage is by HER. I'll say that. Yeah.
Leave the Door Open might be very, very closely my favorite, and I pick it to win.
Leave the Door Open I like better than Good Days. It would be so cool to see SZA get a Grammy.
So good.
But I want, and I think Leave the Door Open deserves.
Yeah, Leave the Door Open is also my pick for both.
22, Best Rap Performance. For a performance, singles, or tracks. Okay, yeah.
This one's
Family Ties by Baby Keem featuring Kendrick. Up by Claudie B. My Life by J. Cole featuring 21 Savage and Moray. Way Too Sexy by Drake featuring Future and Young Thug. Thought Shit by Meg Thee Stallion. I had the most fun watching Thought Shit.
Watching, yeah, that's different.
Yes. But, well, it's performance.
Okay, yeah, fair. Go for it. Is that your pick?
So, I'd like to see Way Too Sexy win.
Okay.
But honestly, I think Family Ties or My Life is going to win.
Wow.
Because honestly, single-wise, I think Family Ties is probably the best single
Family Ties
this year.
Family Ties is my best. That is my favorite song here.
Rap-wise, I think Family Ties might be the best single dropped this year.
Oh, that's
yeah.
It's bold, but sure.
Yeah. But I think it might go to
I may or may
My
not
Life.
Disagree with that.
So what are you going with?
But Family Ties is my favorite song on this list. I would love to see Young Thug win a Grammy. Out of everyone here, Young Thug is the one I want to win the most.
Yeah.
But I honestly think Family Ties is going to win it. I really do.
Yeah.
Did you pick Family Ties?
I could honestly see Cardi B sneaking away with it.
Yeah, I could too. My Life. J. Cole could win this.
Yeah,
21
that's what I'm
Savage
saying.
getting a win would be fucking cool as shit.
I want Way Too Sexy, but I think it's going to come down to My Life and Family Ties.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for this, and she picked Family Ties, I'll go My Life.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah. Best melodic rap performance, Pride is the Devil by J. Cole featuring Lil Baby. Need to Know by Doja Cat. Industry Baby, Lil Nas X featuring Jack Harlow. What's Your Name by Tyler the Creator featuring Young Boy Never Broke Again and Tyler the Creator, or Hurricane
and Ty Dolla Sign.
Kanye and Ty Dolla Sign by Kanye West featuring The Weeknd and Lil Baby again.
Okay. What's Your Name? I would love to see win this. It is my favorite song here by a lot. Industry Baby's gonna win this.
I think What's Your Name for both.
Really? You think What's Your Name's gonna win this?
Yep.
You think Young Boy NBA is gonna win a Grammy?
Dude, you know something crazy that
phenomenal.
like I didn't even notice.
What?
So I was showing my girlfriend this video that I saw on Reddit. It was from the AMAs, and it was Tyler's first performance there. Mm-hmm. And I was just showing her that because, like, it just looked really cool and stuff. And when it was done, and she was like, I like watching you watch Tyler perform. And I was like, what do you mean by that?
I mean, you're gay.
Well, yeah. Because she was like, the entire time you watch Tyler perform, you smile. Mm-hmm. And she's like, it's not like you just have one smile from the set start. She's like, throughout it, I can see you smile different. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like throughout each thing's like you're just...
Yeah.
And I really do feel that with Tyler because, like, especially with how old me and you are.
Yeah.
When we was first introduced to Tyler, it was around, like, Yonkers.
Yeah, his edgy...
And it kind of grew with us.
Yeah, yes. Our edgy face. Yeah.
So as we've grown up, we've got to also watch Tyler grow up, who's older than us.
Yeah, who went from edgy to
gay. Pretty gay.
Yeah, pretty gay.
Pretty damn gay.
Yeah.
And
just like us.
Yeah, so we've watched him go from like an edgy outsider to who it was popular to dislike to now he's performing at the AMAs.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, this is like one artist that I feel genuinely proud of, even though I have nothing to do with what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I was like, he's definitely like, I just feel proud of him.
Yeah, yeah. No.
So I was like, yeah, I don't know. I never noticed that I'd do that, but I was like, I'm smiling like right now, even talking about Tyler. You know?
I get it 100%.
Yeah. So I was like, that's, a good part of why Tyler is my favorite artist because it's just so much growth.
Yeah.
That's aligned with like, even our lives.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I really hope Tyler wins that, and I think he should.
I would. Yeah. No. I don't disagree any. I just think Industry Baby will win.
Bath Salts. That's a crazy title for a song, isn't it?
Read who it's by.
Okay, so best rap song. Mm-hmm. Bath Salts. DMX featuring Jay-Z and Lil Nas.
No, not Lil Nas.
It's just Nas. God damn it. I haven't listened to that. I really haven't. I
it's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
Best Friend
by
Doja Cat. By Sweetie featuring Doja Cat. Oh, I fucking love that. Mm-hmm. Family Ties by Baby Keem featuring Kendrick. Jail.
Yes.
Oh my god. Kanye West featuring Jay-Z and My Life. J. Cole featuring 21 and Moray. Oh my god.
This one's rough because I would love to see DMX win a Grammy because his passing.
I was like, he's not going to get it.
I mean, come on. Don't be a dick. I would love to see Baby Keem win one. I'd love to see Kanye because I love Kanye. And I'd love to see 21. So it's like, I am happy with any of these. My favorite song here is Family Ties.
So.
And I think Bath Salt's going to win the Grammy.
I think Bath Salts is going to win the Grammy. 300%. They love giving it to people who are dead.
Yeah. But it sounds mean, but it is true. The Grammys do love to give awards to people who passed.
But I want and honestly think Jail should win it.
Jail's fucking great.
The meaning behind that song, them reigniting the throne, like one of the most powerful duos.
Yeah.
Jay-Z's entire verse, like, it should win this. It really should. It's my favorite rap song from this year. Only to be combated with
What's your name?
No.
What?
The new Kanye song with Andre.
Oh shit. The Life of the Party.
Yeah, Life of the Party. I really, with my favorite rap album this year being Call Me If You Get Lost, I do think the two best rap songs this year are owned by Kanye. For not entirely Kanye reasons. Because Jay-Z and Andre 3000 do so good. Like, it's just it's like heart-wrenching verses.
If he would have dropped the deluxe before, we could have seen Life of the Party get nominated.
God, Andre winning another Grammy. God damn, dude. That verse is easily my favorite verse across any genre this year. Yeah. Andre does so good.
Yeah. I think that we could do a couple more of these genres, but let's just do the very next one of Best Rap Album and call it there.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
And then let's go into the albums that we picked and then wrap it up.
Okay. And finally for this, we'll go Best Rap Album. We have The Off Season by J. Cole, Certified Lover Boy by Drake, King's Disease 2 by Nas, Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler the Creator, Donda by Kanye fucking West. I love, after that, it's just country.
Yeah. So, this one's pretty tough. Call Me If You Get Lost and Donda is always, since both of them have dropped, it has been back and forth on which one's my favorite.
I'm more of a Certified Lover Boy myself, but it's...
No, I honestly don't like that album at all.
At all. You don't like it at all.
I only listened to 2 songs off of it. I hate that album. I really don't like that album. I think it's one of Drake's worst albums to date.
Well, yeah, it is. I still like it.
Who the fuck? No, I think it's a bad album. I really do.
Boo. I like 6 songs from it.
Yeah, I like 2.
Boo.
Very definitively 2. I really think every other song on it's bad.
What is it?
I Miss You Too and Way Too Sexy. Only 2 songs I think are even decent.
Are you seriously?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Are you seriously right now?
Yeah.
No friends in the industry? Knife Talk? You don't like Knife Talk?
I think Knife Talk's awful because of Drake.
Oh my god. No,
Drake's part's so bad it ruins the song.
This is the first guy.
Doesn't. Plain Pat?
He does so good.
He does. Plain Pat does good.
Street.
Yeah, 21 Savage does phenomenal. If you take Drake out of that song, it's phenomenal.
Do it.
I can't.
All you gotta do is skip it.
If I fucking could, I would.
Skip it.
No, I think that
32. No.
I think that
That's only funny to literally me and you.
yeah.
I don't even think that was funny to you.
My vote's Donda. I hope Donda wins it for the same reasons I said before. I hope that all of those artists win, and yeah,
So I
would like to see Donda.
I don't think Kanye is getting any Grammys this year. I really don't.
Which is fair.
Yeah, he's probably pretty unpopular with the Grammy board after pissing on a
He
literal
won
Grammy.
one right after doing that.
Yeah, but it was right after, so they may have not seen it. But I think who should win it is
Yes.
Call Me If You Get Lost.
Yeah.
To me, it is definitively the best rap album this year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think it's going to win it.
I would
Yeah,
love
with
to see
Tyler
win
doing
it.
the rollout, with him performing at the AMAs, I think he's doing his time. I think he's doing the PR. I think Tyler's got this.
You know who could win it?
Joe.
Nas.
If we kill him.
They've snubbed Nas so many fucking times.
But if we killed him.
But they gave it to Nas for King Disease 1, so they could do it again for King Disease 2.
Nah, I think they're going to be like, we gave it to you.
Yeah.
So.
But I think that if it doesn't go to Call Me If You Get Lost or Donda, this is stupid. This is a bad award. Like, it really is. Like,
Unless it goes to Certified Lover.
which I don't agree with at all.
I'll spit at you.
I mean, it
Okay,
is
so what's the stipulation?
what?
Well, the who wins?
Oh,
Are we actually going to keep track of this one?
yeah.
Or
yeah.
are we just going to take it off my word? Because if so, I can't wait.
No, we'll keep track of this one. So all right. So a couple of the albums that I picked out.
A couple?
I'll tell you the one that I picked at the end, but a couple of them that I was like, I wanted to pick an album that I really like, that either I feel like you didn't give a true chance to,
Yeah.
or you didn't listen to it all. So that was my criteria on picking this. So I picked. I was gonna pick the White Album by Weezer. Didn't. I was gonna pick.
Thank you. I have listened to the White Album.
Again, I think it's an album that I don't think that you've given
Okay, enough credit to.
Yeah,
or maybe enough playthroughs.
Yeah, I think if
Okay.
you went back and listened to, you would like it. Ballads 1 by Joji was another one that I was on my list.
That probably would have been a good one. I really don't give Joji that much of a chance.
Yeah,
I've listened to every one of his songs once except No Fun.
Yeah, I think that's another album that I think that you would really like. I was going to put OK Computer by Radiohead, because that's another one I think that you would really like, that I really love.
I don't have a single song from that album on my phone. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll just do that just because.
Yeah, I say that's just something that I think so. But the one that I wanted you to listen to the most, and this just stands out because this is my favorite genre, is The Plugs I Met 1 by Benny the Butcher.
Wow.
That's the album I want you to listen to the most, because
I'll go ahead and
fucking
download it just in case.
And say you fucking love a song off of that album. I don't know why you haven't explored.
Plugs I Met 1?
Yeah. It's just The Plugs I Met.
Oh, no shit. That's the...
Yeah.
I've listened to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally just have 5 to 50 on there.
Yeah. So I think that's another album that I think if you go through and listen to the song with Pusha T, you'll be like, this is so fucking good. And I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just an album that I wanted to recommend. But there was a couple that I considered, but I think that's the one that would be best.
Oh, God, I didn't want to play any of that.
Yeah. So what's yours?
So I've been thinking of a couple. I mentioned to you you fucking hate it, but it's
What?
British alternative.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the album's called Ultra Mono by Idols. I was thinking about that, but I was like, I kind of want him to give a second chance to an album that maybe he'll like, not just to,
Yeah.
harass him or fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to just pick the worst album I've ever heard and be like, you gotta fucking listen to it. No, I wanted you to listen to something that I like.
I couldn't make you listen to Certified Lover Boy again.
Which I don't think would be as bad. That's another album.
It's not as bad, but it's still something that's very recent.
Yeah. I could go back and be like, you know what? Maybe I do like him more than I thought.
Yeah. But something that I think something maybe that me and you don't agree with as much that I feel strongly about, which is my final answer. I want you to go back and listen to Manic by Halsey.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that is an album that I feel super strongly about.
You know what I thought you were going to pick?
To the point where I have 2 signed vinyls.
Yeah.
And one of them I made sure was Manic by Halsey. It's one of, if not my favorite pop album. Maybe
awesome.
Maybe only rivaled by like Thriller.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like seriously in that range of pop for me.
I'll definitely listen to it. If I lose the bet, if
Please
not,
lose.
I'll
I
never.
think I got this shit, dude.
Yeah.
You bet on the white girl,
you know-
I'm betting on diversity.
Yeah, which is
I think the Grammys are going to be like, we should probably go diverse this year.
Yeah, but
instead of just nominating Billy for literally every category and Finney is her white brother.
yeah, which honestly could win all of them.
They really could.
Yeah, but no, I think that's a good one. I honestly thought you'd pick Art Angels because it really fits that category of like something I never gave a true chance to.
Yeah, even if you did get more of a chance, I don't know how much you'd listen to. But I think it was further confirmed you talking about Manic earlier. And I'll say I hold that album to such a high esteem.
Yeah.
It's definitely been my favorite pop album of the past decade.
Yeah, which is fucking
and
crazy. Like, that's a crazy thing to say about any album.
And even if you don't go to that serious of a thing, because I was even thinking about like 30 by Adele, but I was like, you'll probably get to it. It just came out.
I did just listen to it.
Oh, okay. Because I was saying, because like I know I've been talking about that in high regards, but I was like, it just came out. I don't want to force Brenden to listen to it. It literally came out 9 days ago.
Yeah. I would say I almost picked Casey Musgraves.
That probably would be pretty good.
Yeah, because
I might just listen to that for funsies. You know.
I wanted to pick an album that I thought you wouldn't actually listen to on your own.
But yeah, I just wanted to pick something that's had some time behind it.
Yeah.
And something that I really like that I'd like you to appreciate more.
Same.
Maybe not to the point of how much I appreciate it.
Same.
Because I do think I hold it to a higher esteem than probably 99% of the people who's listened to it.
Yeah.
But it is. Yeah, it's up there for me.
To be fair, the album that I picked is kind of in the same category.
Yeah.
And we'll even talk about it more whenever it comes down to our favorite albums of the year. Not because this one came out this year, but because of something else that Benny the Butcher put out this year.
It's crazy. Plugs I Met versus Manic Balls. 2 totally different people right here. But not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We really like a lot of the same music, but whenever it comes down to like favorites, is
what
really
we're passionate about
it's really
different.
Yeah, which is cool.
I mean, even our songs of the week this week, polar opposites.
Honestly, in the other direction,
dude. Young Thug saying, "I bust on her chest. I made a mess." It's so funny. He ends the song and saying, like, talking about like a woman overseas, like foreign.
Yeah.
And then he says, "A bitch overseas croissants." It's just so funny. He always has just lyrics that aren't intentionally funny, but goddamn, Young Thug has the best comedic timing of any rapper that I've heard.
Yeah. It is funny that I went with a pop song for my song of the week and then a rap album for my album recommendation and then vice versa for you. Wonderful. Truly great. But that's been it.
I stay with the heat even though I'm a sad boy.
That's right. And that's been Jammin with Kron Rex.